So I started out as an electrical engineer in a manufacturing role and then a design role downstream of the meter. And so moving into the utility industry just seemed like a natural progression in my career path. I interfaced with the utility company in numerous ways, and so being able to provide that service to other design engineers and residential and business customers seemed like a good fit for me.
So it's a little interesting. Actually, the reason I applied for a job at the utilities to begin with was because I was very interested in electric vehicles. I chose electrical engineering because I like cars and I just knew the future was going to be electric. However, when I graduated, things kind of died down for a little bit. So there weren't really jobs, but I had researched the utilities and it made me really interested in working for a utility. I did like how utilities really produce something that everyone depends on, and it was pretty fulfilling and such.
I was attracted to this career path because I've always wanted to help people, be involved with day-to-day activities of the community, things like that, and being involved with the utility is something that always interested me.
I really love the utility industry. So I started in the industry right out of college. I got my electrical engineering degree, and I was always intrigued by the industry. My mother actually used to work for the local utility when I was a kid. And so I always had interest in the industry. The industry fascinates me. I like being able to be a public servant and give back to the community and be a vital part of the success of the community by providing safe and reliable energy.
So I wanted to work for LAD2EP when I graduated from UCLA. I was born in LA, raised in LA, went to school in LA. I just wanted to help the 4 million residents of LA.
I originally got into line work kind of as an accident. I enlisted in the Air Force and didn't have any defined role with what I was going to do at the Air Force. And they would assign us, the Air Force members, different roles based on aptitudes, training, testing, things like that. They contacted me one day and said, "We'd like you to come over and climb a ladder for us." So I was able to do that. So I passed their physical requirements to become a lineman. I did that for 4 years with the Air Force at a couple of different locations. Stayed with the Air Force in the reserves for a few years, but I was able to find a job as a lineman for the city of Fayette, Missouri for just a summer. Really took a liking to it. I thought I'd be able to do that well. So when an opportunity arose at the city of Kirkwood, I took it. It benefited my family greatly, and it kind of led me into the role that I enjoy. I enjoy helping people. My father was a Boy Scout, and he bred that into me, so it gave me the opportunity to learn a trade and still be able to help people out when they're in some of their worst case scenarios.
I stumbled into this career path, but it was cool enough that I decided to stay after graduation. I think the ability to do something important, providing essential services to the community, and being able to be a part of a municipal company that is working for the citizens is really rewarding, and that's why I've chosen to stay in the industry.
I like the variety of the job. I like the fact that I can get out and go do things. I worked for an investor-owned utility for a long time, and I saw people kind of get pigeonholed there. I like the fact that if I can dream it up, I can do it. I don't have lots of committees and that kind of thing. If we want to investigate new materials and look into using different poles or new wire or new ways to do underground, we've pretty well got a blank slate and we can kind of do it. I like being outdoors, which is job involved. So a lot of our line crews, for instance, like to hunt and fish. A lot of our engineers do too, because we're field engineers and we're outside. So I really enjoy that aspect of it. And I just like the business. Electricity's kind of magic. You can't see it, smell it, hear it, or sometimes you can hear it, but you can't. It's there, but you don't really know much about it, and the general public doesn't know a lot about it. So I kind of like that aspect of it.
Well, that's an interesting story. I had a friend's father when I was in college to be a landscape architect. I was really kind of working 3 jobs and going to school, and he recommended I get a job with the city, Los Angeles Department of Water and Power. And it was just supposed to be a temporary job for me as I finished college. But once I hired on, and the department I think did a very good job as far as really kind of defining what the company does as a whole for society, and just the history behind the Department of Water and Power. The company was started in 1894. They've been around a long time, and they really kind of instilled this sense of pride in the service we provide to our customers, the power and the water.